What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video today. Today we're going to be talking about how I personally have been building my credit, yes, that's right, credit, by buying precious metals. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everybody. So you may be asking yourself, Platinum Beast, what do you mean you've been building credit, buying precious metals? Buying precious metals with credit is a really bad idea. And for the most part, I would agree with you. And I would tend to advise you to not do that. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not a financial advisor, so do whatever you want. However, I personally have been building credit buying platinum. Now, for a good little while now, y'all know I have been buying these tiny little platinum 1/10 ounce Perth Mint coins. And y'all know my favorite dealer is Liberty Coin. And they do a lot of selling on eBay. Now, eBay is interesting because typically you use a credit card to buy things on eBay. You can use PayPal and other things, but at this point in time, credit card is the most efficient way, and there's really no downside to using it. It doesn't cost you any extra to use a credit card on eBay, and so that's what I do. Now, the way I've been building credit on eBay is I've been buying one of these at a time, right? And Liberty Coin has free shipping, and they have the best price around on Perth Mint fractional platinum. So it's a win-win for me. I literally cannot lose. Now, if you are someone who can't really control yourself with credit, I would maybe not advise going this route. I would advise sticking to cash and using cash to make precious metal purchases. But if you consider yourself a somewhat financially responsible person, what you can do to build credit in buying precious metals is you can make these purchases on a credit card, and a lot of credit cards offer cash back. 1, 2, 3, whatever percent. So you even get a little bit of money back, making your overall dollar cost averaging even lower for platinum. So that's what I also do as well, and also look at and take into consideration when buying precious metals with credit cards, right? What I also do is I pay them off in full at the end of each month or statement period or whatever, right? If you pay them off in full, you're not going to owe any interest on the purchase that you made with your credit card. So you get cash back, you pay no interest, and you build credit. Now, a lot of people say credit you should just avoid altogether, blah, blah, blah. But if you want to buy a house, and if you want to be someone who the banks say, oh, you have that credit score, we'll give you whatever you want because you're a financially responsible person, you probably might want to think about building up your credit a little bit. It's always good to have good credit, even if it's just in case, right? If something drastic happens and your whole house burns down and you have to figure stuff out, you're going to want credit and banks to be able to say, hey, we'll give you money in the meantime, just pay us back, and your credit's so good, your interest rate is very small or maybe nothing at all. So with that being said, that's why I think it's a decent idea to kind of do multiple things in your stacking journey. Building credit can be a part of that. It can overall boost your ability to get loans and do different things that maybe you couldn't do if you hadn't have done this. Now, some of y'all may already have really good credit, right? But unless it's like an 850 or whatever the top is, it can always be better. It can always go up. Unless you're just at the very top, you can always build more. So even if you have good credit, it's probably not a bad idea to think about doing this with your stacking, right? Because you can build it higher. Now, if you don't have good credit, this could also be a way to help rebuild your credit. If you're already stacking, you're already making purchases, why not think about building your credit back up as well? Or if you don't have any credit at all, building it in the first place. So these are my thoughts and these are my opinions, and this is my strategy and how I make stacking precious metals, something that I'm very, very much invested into as a hobby and also as a part of my overall investment portfolio, I add to that by building my credit in the meantime. So I can build my credit and build my wealth at the same time. And if you have really high credit and you have a good amount of wealth stored up, you can really take on the world and achieve lots of different things in life. So overall, I think this is a great way to sort of benefit yourself and sort of put yourself ahead of the rest of the world and people out there, because it's really kind of disheartening, y'all. When you take a look at, the debt, especially in my country, America, a lot of people have a lot of debt. I forget the statistic that was put out there a little while back, but somewhere I heard that, if you have like a few $100s in your bank account and no debt, you're more wealthy than like 99% of America or something like that. The statistic is probably skewed a little bit. I don't know the exact numbers and everything, but it's something crazy like that. So when I think about that kind of thing, I think, how can I protect myself? Well, I can build my wealth in stacking precious metals like platinum as well as silver and gold, but I can also protect myself by building up my credit, even if I never actually have to use that credit for anything other than maybe buying a house. I can build my credit up in the meantime so that when the time comes and I do want to do something big or heaven forbid, something drastic happens in my life, I can be prepared for it because I have a big fat stack I'm sitting on and my credit from the banks is looking real nice. So I can really achieve whatever I want. And as a bonus, right, a lot of people like Dave Ramsey and a lot of the greats that are financial advisors, they say, avoid credit at all costs. But another way I can kind of think about it is if you are responsible with your credit and building your credit and maintaining it and holding a high score and everything, then you probably can go get a loan for whatever you want, a boat, a car, a house. Now, again, Dave Ramsey and the like will say, oh, don't ever get a loan, just buy it in cash. And that's smart too. But depending on where interest rates are, and of course, they're very high right now, but if they're low enough, right, and your investments are producing enough, it might be worth it to go to the bank and get a loan and invest that money rather than spend it all on a purchase so that you don't have to just put all your money into that and then be stuck sort of without any money, but with a nice boat. You catch my drift, right? If you have $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in precious metals and your credit score is through the roof and you want to buy a boat, you could sell those precious metals and go buy the boat, and then eventually the boat will be worthless, or it could end up in a storm, or it could sink, or whatever could happen. And then you have no money and you have credit, but you have no collateral. So you're really out of luck. Whereas if you got a loan, you would still have your stack. You would just have to make those payments. And if you lost your job or something drastic happened, you could sell off your stack to pay off the loan. Now, again, this is all just hypothetical, and these are just all thoughts that run through my head. But as far as building credit and buying precious metals, I think it's not a bad idea, and it's something that you might want to consider if you're already making purchases anyways. Again, there are deals to be had on credit cards. Liberty Coin on eBay and other sellers on eBay sell at dang near or under what a lot of the big dealers online sell at, right? I know paying cash or a check or whatever, a lot of the times you can come out ahead, $1 here, $1 there, but where's your credit at and how are you protecting yourself in all assets and facets of your life? That's my thoughts. That's my opinions. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you buy with credit cards? Do you avoid credit cards altogether? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. Hit the like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button so you can always stay up to date with future updates on the Platinum Beast channel. With all that being said, until next time, we'll see y'all.